Starts are the most important part of any race, and today we're going to talk about how to do them properly. Keep in mind, the start is the only place in the race where you can pass everybody else on the line at one time. That's why we put so much time and effort into getting these right. Factory teams, whether it's motocross, drag racing, whatever, they put thousands and thousands of dollars into making sure that their start setup is correct. So the first and probably the most important thing to consider for start technique is your body position, where you're sitting on the seat. So where I sit on the seat is going to depend on a couple of factors. The first being how fast is the bike, second being what kind of traction do I have. Today obviously we're on asphalt, so I have basically unlimited traction, so I'm going to be sitting quite a bit farther forward than I would maybe on dirt. So when I'm sitting up here, what I'm doing is making sure that the front of the bike can't lift up right when I take off. If I had a little bit less traction at the rear wheel, I might scoot back a little bit and put more weight on the rear of the bike to try to get more traction on the back tire. So another aspect that goes hand in hand with where your body position is on the seat is your upper body position. I don't want to be too far forward and I don't want to be too far back. I basically want to be forward just enough so that I have some room and adjustment. If the front of the bike starts wheeling, I can bring my body forward to bring the front end down. If I need a little bit more traction, I can bring my body back and put a little bit more weight on the rear wheel. So this is an adjustment you can do more after you take off as you're going down the start straight to adjust the traction and the wheelie of your bike. The last aspect of body position that we're going to talk about is foot placement. You'll see that I have my feet in front of my foot pegs, so when I take off, I can use the pegs to hold my body forward and I'm not using just my arms. They're also in a good location so I can get my feet to the pegs as fast as possible. Now another question that comes up is, do I start both feet down or one foot on the peg? That's a little bit of personal preference. On full-size bikes, I always start with both feet down. On pit bikes, sometimes I'll start with one foot up just because I'm a little on the taller side and I get a little bit cramped with both feet down. European riders also tend to start with one foot down. I don't know why, that's just a thing. So we'll see I have my feet locked in, they're tight to the bike, ready to go. And when I take off, I can get my feet up quick. So the last thing we're going to talk about when it comes to start technique is using your front brake. So what I want to do is lightly hold the front brake and give the bike just a little bit of throttle to take any slack out of the chain. You can see how my chain gets taut when I give it just a little bit of throttle, so that way the bike is preloaded and ready to go right when that gate drops. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, don't sit there for a long time doing that. You're basically sending current directly through your motor and just generating heat. This is something you start doing right before the gate drops, when that 30-second card goes sideways and you have about 5 seconds before the gate actually drops. All right, we've showed you a few tips to help improve your starts. Hopefully that helps you in your next race, whether it's motocross, drag racing, whatever you do, everyone can benefit from better starts. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep practicing your starts. It's something that's super easy to do at home, just on the street in front of your house, whatever, safely, and just repetition. Stay tuned for more tips. We'll see you next time.